Back then, most of the villagers would have kept a pontianak when they have to move out of their village to be relocated to HDB houses. So they're either buried in the sand or they chuck it into Sungei Api Api. Welcome to another episode of Haunting History, where we journey to the forgotten corners of Singapore, where the past lingers in the air and in the shadows. I'm Eugene from Supernatural Confessions, and today I find myself in the heart of Pasir Ris, on the banks of Sungei Api Api. Literally translates to fire, fire, river. Fire and water? Strange, isn't it? As you will come to see, not everything is just as it seems. Tonight, I have a guest with me who's courageous enough to wade through the murky mysteries of Sungei Api Api to find out what is the dark history of this place and why locals avoid Sungei Api Api after dark. Come, walk with me. Hey Rico!
Hey, what's up, man?
Welcome to my hood!
Hey, good to be here.
Today, my guest is not a paranormal investigator, neither is he a historian. If I'm not wrong, you actually volunteered to come down for this show.
That's
Why?
Right. Pasir Ris is my childhood place,
Okay.
where I had a lot of fun here in my younger years. Number two, to learn the history of this place. And number three, hopefully to see something.
Well, then you have definitely come to the right place, because at Haunting History, we bring you the dark past, the urban legends, and if you're lucky or unlucky enough, you might actually see something. Tell me a bit about your memories of Pasir Ris.
I think it was probably 15 to 17 years ago when I was still a teenager. You know, Pasir Ris, a place where entertainment is. I mean, you know, downtown is there, E-Hub was here, Wild Wild Wet, and of course Pasir Ris Park is where, you know, we ride our bikes, have fun at the seaside, just chill. Last time, you know, there wasn't much entertainment or phones and stuff like that. So yeah, clearly this place holds a special place in my heart for me and my friends as well.
You know, 100% Rico. My memory of my childhood in Pasir Ris was probably different from yours. There were lots of swamps, cemeteries, and this entire area was mangrove.
Oh wow.
Back in the early 1900s, kampong days. So this was a seaside kampong, which means they would have relied on the mangrove and the sea for their survival. The people were living off the land, and the land was providing food and shelter for the people here. So there's a Chinese village, there was a Malay village,
wow.
peaceful time.
Okay.
And according to my dad, who remembers this place because he used to play here, there would be fishermen coming from Malaysia onto our shore, and he would teach him and the other kids around the kampong how to dabble in magic. Bless in black magic.
Wow.
And I remember my dad told me they would gather around in a circle and they would create this doll-like thing called a jelangkong.
Oh.
And they would summon something, they would cast a mantra for the jelangkong to start walking. And that was considered entertainment to my father's era. And according to a cab driver that told me the story, his grandfather used to be the bomo of Sungei Api Api.
It's like he's in charge of the whole city.
Yes, he's like the main medicine man. So when he pulled out all this black magic, he has to toss it somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Where do you think he tossed it?
Sungei Api Api.
In the river.
What?
Which is why on the other side of Sungei Api, between two rivers, you have Sungei Api Api here and you have Tampines Sungai here.
Yeah.
Right? So Pasir Ris is flanked between two rivers.
Yeah.
This spot is the hot spot for pontianak sightings because of the old kampong practice.
Ah, I see, I see.
In fact, when I was young and I used to play up there and you would play at the 3-4 a.m. overnight, my group of friends actually saw something white flying. And in one of the most recent podcasts that I did there with my friends from Hantu, Wayne and Kyle, we're doing it to about 2-3 a.m. and the place started getting misty. We smell floral smell all of a sudden, out of nowhere. All I mentioned was the land. I've not even gone to the water yet. The water has its own series of haunting, its own sightings.
Okay, okay.
Now, from where we are, we can't really see the river unless you're going to bash through the forest and go further down to the riverbank.
Okay.
But if you get the chance to walk either the right or the left and you get to flank this river, where you're standing along the road, I'm not even talking about a dark corner, I'm talking about a main road. And you look into the water, the people who say this, who live around here, you can see something will come out of the water, look at you, not even afraid of you, and go back down into the water.
I don't want to go fishing there ever again.
But since you're here tonight, and since you're here for a courage test, we're going to put you in perhaps one of the most active isolation spot here.
Sounds great. I mean, I do believe there's something there. I do believe in the paranormal, but I've not experienced it in my life. I mean, we're here to debunk, we're here to just experience and not to disturb. So, I mean, let's go, let's see.
But before that, let me find out a bit more about your past with the paranormal.
Sure.
Have you had any experience before?
I was raised in Indonesia, so I've heard about the pontianak, the kuntilanak, and even the, if I'm not wrong, is the punonggi, which is also a river spirit that drags, I would say, children down the river if they were out after maghrib. I do hear these stories, but I've not experienced them myself. So, yeah, I mean, let's go.
So if you're talking about this river,
Yep.
or you have yet to see a drop of water, come, let me show you.
Let's go. Reminds me of my NS days, yeah.
So, do you know how Sungei Api Api got its name?
Api api mean fire.
Fire, right?
Yeah.
It's nothing to do with fire. It's just a species of mangrove trees called Api Api. So back then it was in abundance in this area. So therefore the name came from the tree, Sungei Api Api. Yeah.
It looks really still right now. So I think any sound, any splashes that I hear all this is gonna give me a shock.
Yeah. You know, bro, as romantic as this is, my knees are killing me, man. Let's go somewhere else. So much more comfortable standing here.
Yes, finally.
And Sungei Api Api stretches on right behind us all the way to the sea. But you probably can't see that because it's pitch black. So you're telling me about, you know, your superstitions and stories from Indonesia about river.
I think rivers or even waters are mystical symbol of a lot of things. I think even in Indonesia, like a famous goddess called Kadita, she rules the sea of the Javanese Sea, and rivers and ponds or even lakes all have things dwelling inside. So I think this Sungei Api Api is, yeah, I mean the stories that you told me when it was a kampong, I think they might be true.
Yeah. You know, I love stories like this because it's almost like it's hidden in plain sight.
Yeah.
And these are stories that you don't find in your top 10 list of haunted places. And even if you flip through the history books, you don't really get a lot of information from there.
Yeah, just beside HDBs and beside a road where it's so many buses coming through, people cycling here, no one would think about this. Yeah.
I've always wondered if it's the story that haunts the place or the place that creates the story.
Big question.
Sungei Api Api reminds us that even in the brightest corner of Singapore, the story doesn't sleep easily, especially when they are buried in the riverbanks and whispered through the trees. Until next time, my name is Eugene and you're watching me on Haunting History. Remember, sometimes history is not just found in books, but it stares at us from the darkness.
Hey, Eugene, I thought you want to bring me around to see something, you know, put me in a
You want to
place?
see something special, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I got just the place for you.
Hey,
Come. The night isn't over yet.
Let's go. Okay, so the crew just left. I'm over here, and if there's anyone here that wishes to say hello or just just let me know. I'm gonna try meditate. Close my eyes. Suddenly had a strong whiff of very rotten smell, and now it's gone. I tried to turn around. I had an overwhelming feeling of people behind me. Not people, but like things behind me. I'm a believer, but I have to see to believe it. So in my mind, it's like, okay, maybe it's just my mind playing games.